It doesn't matter if you're new to Langley or not, but festivals, events, and celebrations are a great way to connect with others and spend time with your family and friends. Now, so some stuff that happens throughout the year in Langley is the Friday Night Swing Dance, which happens on the first Friday of every month at Murrayville Community Memorial Hall. And the address is 21667 48th Avenue, Langley, BC. There is an online advance fee of $10 or is $15 at door. And so this is just basically a bunch of people gathering in the evening to swing dance. There is a free beginner lesson, so feel free to grab your family or friends and head on there in the evening. Or there's also tons of events at Langley Event Center where there's a lot of like hockey games, basketball games, as well as expos going on. I know that a while ago there was even a Pokemon thing happening at Langley Event Center, so definitely give that a check if you're interested in some of these different events. Now, to start off on the celebrations, in February we have Lunar New Year, and in Langley it's actually a pretty large event in which the community does collaborate with the Langley Township, and it is a multicultural event in which it does celebrate many cultures outside of Chinese New Year, although it is mainly dominated by Chinese culture. So do give it a check. However, you'll have to wait until the time is near for you to get more details on that. In March, there is a celebration of culture. It is throughout all of the Saturdays of March at the Aldergrove Kingsman Community Center, 26770 29th Avenue, Aldergrove, BC. There is a registration required, however, it is free, and there are live performances, cultural markets, workshops, activities, as well as a heritage expedition. It is very family friendly, so do bring your kids or any other people along. For more information, you can find Langley Art Council on Instagram or Facebook. They also have a website if you want to check that out, as it will be on there. In April, there will be the Vive les Voyageurs Festival. It happens on the second weekend of April. It is an annual festival where it's for exploring the French Canadian and Métis culture of Langley, and it happens at the Fort Langley National Historic Site of Canada at 23433 Mavis Avenue, Langley Township, BC. There is a free admission for 17 and under. The other adults is pretty cheap still, but so definitely give it a try. There will be taffy tasting, poutine, as well as a Métis beading demonstration, as well as plenty of other activities and events. For those of you who don't know what taffy is, it's kind of like a sweet syrup that you kind of roll in snow, and poutine is just gravy and fries that we eat in Canada. And in April, there's also an Easter spring market happening. There's different locations that do change throughout as the years go by. So just search up Langley Easter Spring Market and you'll probably find it. The timestamp for this is around the second weekend of April every year. In June, we have a summer market happening towards the end of June. And this is to promote local businesses and sort of our history here and the culture, right? And you'll find a lot of handcrafted gifts and decor. So definitely do give it a try if you want to find some personalized stuff. It is at the Fort Langley Community Hall at 9166 Glover Road, Langley Township, and then BC. And then lastly, in August, we have a pretty big event happening in Langley every year. This is the Rib Fest. It happens mid-August at the McLeod Athletic Park at 5687 216th Street in Township, and it's also very close to the Canadian Museum of Flight. It is admission by donation, and it's not required, so you can go by free if you wish. There's tons of activities for kids and adults, and these are free, as well as performances. So really the only thing you have to pay for is ribs and drinks. However, parking does get pretty crowded as it is a pretty big event, but really do feel free to give the ribs a try. It's really a lot of people. You will be meeting a lot of new people there and connecting. And as I said, it was very close to the Canadian Museum of Flight. And that is actually a place that you should give it a try, maybe especially on Family Day, because I do believe they have free admission on Family Day. So definitely bring your kids down there or just go yourself with some friends. And it's a pretty nice place. You can definitely just flights, so like airplanes and stuff, right? Of course, there are a lot of other smaller cultural celebrations that you might be able to find, but this will definitely require you to sort of head out to these events and celebrations or festivals and to connect with those people so that you can celebrate your own culture.